Hello, everybody. I will give everybody a second to come through because I know kind of running a little bit late. I forgot to take down the recycling, so I had to go run and do that. So, and I'm gonna eat while everybody comes through because we're gonna be doing a meditation because we're under this beautiful full moon in Sag. So here we are. So we're gonna be pulling, of course, from y'all favorites, some of your cards, and then we're gonna get started. Lots of things today. Lots of things. Your girl's been doing readings all day. I hope that I enjoyed the new video I posted up. I feel like it was really informative. Girl, I have eating some chicken teriyaki right now. No, not chicken teriyaki. Wait, what is it called? Oh my god, did I just forget what it's called? Oh my god, I forgot what it's called for a second. I know what it is, but I forgot what it's called. So here we are. We're gonna be on for a while. This is gonna be a little bit of a long live. So big welcome to everybody. Chicken tikka masala. That's what I'm eating. I'm sorry, y'all. I said chicken teriyaki. What is wrong with me? Is chicken tikka masala. I just confused the two. I just blanked on it again. But hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today? How is everybody doing today? Your girl's been having a very productive day. I so needed to eat so much because it's gonna be a pretty long life. So yeah, but we're gonna be doing a full moon meditation. So I recommend go grab some water, something to ground yourself afterwards. Love your earrings. Thanks, boo. I got it at, these are Taino Planet on Etsy. So they do like one of a kind, random, like Taino earrings with different petroglyphs. This is the turtle. This one is connected to Atabe, and it's part of my Taino regalia. But I really just love this one. It's so pretty. So I wear it all the time, but that's where I got it. You're one of the most prettiest people I've seen. It's my Leo rising. Don't fall for it. It's my Leo rising. It's my Leo rising. But thank you. I have a question about charging crystals, if that's okay. What do you want to know? What do you know? What do you want to know about charging crystals? That is a question. Sea turtles, no, beautiful wise creatures. So turtles are, first of all, that's getting into a whole lot of things, but turtles are one of the sacred animals, I would say, of like, I feel like almost all indigenous peoples. It's called Turtle Island for a reason. It's not. So the name America was given to this land by a white man. Okay. But the indigenous people, like the native of these lands, we've had a different name. Every tribe has a different name for the land, but generally it's known as Turtle Island because on the map it actually looks like a turtle. So turtles are very sacred. and are often in a lot of indigenous stories. Turtles are a part of our creation story as well. Um, Specifically for Tainos, it's part of our creation story, and it's literally part of Native American creation story. When you look at other tribes' creation stories, they're also part of um, their creation stories too. So turtles are very, very sacred to us. And we have different kind of lore that vary from tribe to tribe. But yeah, I can't really dive too deep in it because I would be a whole entire workshop or something like that. Like that would be a whole entire situation. It would be a whole thing. But just know that turtles are one of our sacred animals that we connect to in different ways, and that is part of our origin story. Because your origin story, how you are, your ancestral story, how you came to be, how your ancestors came to be in this land, are tied to these stories. So that's where one of mine come from. Hello. I'm almost done, literally. But like I said, make sure you go grab some water because you're going to be doing a meditation today. So do the thing. Are you Native American? Yeah. So I am Taino. America is a continent, technically two continents. So any native within the American continents is technically Native American. So the answer to that is yes, because I'm native to the Caribbean, which is part of the American continent. But yeah, I am Taino, and I was born in Quisqueya, and I have family from Quisqueya and from Cuba. Quisqueya is what is now known as the Dominican Republic. But yeah, I have family and ties to Cuba, and I married a Puerto Rican woman, so my wife is from Borinquen. So yeah. Okay, last bite, and then we're gonna get started because your girl had to eat. Okay, ain't no point of doing no ritual work on a full moon without food in your stomach. Okay, and now that that's done, large jar of amazing thing. But on my YouTube there is a Taino playlist where I'll be talking a bit more about especially educationally, because I feel like there's only so much that I can talk about, or that I feel that I'm allowed to talk about as well, because I'm not a tukuda. That means teacher in our language, and so that's not necessary. That's not like my role to be out here teaching people about stuff. And I don't want to take on that role, especially because that's not the role of my tribe either. So, I'm very cautious of my place. But if I can, what I do is that I make videos on Tainos and like tips on how to reconnect and stuff like that. I feel like that's super important. But also, for those who are going to be like, oh, where's she looking? So I have YouTube down here and I have TikTok up here. So just keep that in mind, because listen. Keep that in mind. But hold on, I gotta read. Oh, wait, hold on. It's going in and out. Okay. Genial, yo soy de Sudamérica, igual me considero nativo, pero literalmente también tiene mucho del otro lado del mundo. Yeah, no, I have a lot of things in my ancestry. I have so much in my ancestry. But what I do is I try my best to honor my different parts of my ancestry in different ways. Because some of my ancestors demand certain things. Like some of my ancestors from different parts of the world demand certain things of me, like in different ways. For example, I have a lot of Southeast Asian ancestors, Japanese, Korean, Indian. Like I have a lot of Southeast Asian ancestors, and so I am not allowed to give up white rice specifically. Like white rice, never coming out of my just it's not going away. It's never gonna go away. So I honor them in different ways. There's some that I honor with nature. There's some that I honor like that spirits that have gone passed down that I obviously have to take care of. There's some that I honor with food. There's some that I honor with um different kind of practices that I do specifically to cater for them. So it ranges. It like ranges and varies. It's like very it's like it's an experience. It's an experience is what I would say. But yeah, having a lot of different ancestors from a lot of places is very interesting. It's definitely a interesting experience when you're traveling too, because I've had a lot of really interesting spiritual experiences in many places. Um, but overall, it's an amazing experience, I would say. You know, never a dull day. Never a dull day. Um, Hold on. Do crystals need to charge for the entire night in the full moon, or can it be left out for 2 or 3 hours in the moonlight and be brought back inside? I don't want to leave them out. Scared it might rain. Okay. Um, so one of the things you can do if you wanted to is leave it by a window, like inside of your home, and just put it where you know the moonlight's gonna come through. But you can charge them for however time that you feel like you can. You don't need to leave it out all night, but it does charge really nice when it's left out all night. I would just say follow your intuition and use discernment. Like if you're like, you know what, I feel like it's gonna rain around 3 o'clock a.m. Let me just bring it back in around 1 or something like that. Then do that. That's totally fine. The point is that it gets to spend its time with under that moonlight, right? One of the things I do a lot is that I recharge my crystals with my plants. So I will literally just pop them on top of the plant and I will leave them there for like 20 minutes. And then after the 20 minutes, they got a full cleanse and a cold, then they're recharged. Why? Because they're connected to the plant in that way. I don't need to leave them on the rest of the night or like a whole entire day or something. Like I can, that's totally fine. But you know, it's up to you when you want to stop or not, you know, do something. Obviously, the longer you leave it there, it's gonna be juicy in the morning. But if you can't for weather reasons, then don't, unless you wanted to take a bowl, like a clear bowl, and put it on top of it while it's outside so it doesn't get rained on. There's ways to like be like a little crafty with it, you know. But yeah. I was trying to see where the turtle take that water. I don't understand what that comment means. You mean my ears? You mean my earrings? I don't know. I have no idea what you mean with that comment. Okay, but your face is glowing. This you could say is me like doing stuff with my face, but it's really just me like being oily from the day. Like it really is just me being dewy from the day. Like after this live, I'm taking your girl's taking a shower, and doing a nice little bathroom cleanse because it's the full moon. Anyway, let's pull the cards that we're going to use for the meditation today because we need to pull that. We need to pull that. So let's see. What should we be using for the full moon in Sagittarius meditation that we're about to do? Oh, okay. We're starting off strong. Which mudra should we be using for the full moon meditation that we're about to do? Ooh. Which? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. One more. Okay. Well, that was two more, but ooh, the ones today that came out are like interesting. So the first one we have, okay, so this is the spiel. Okay, we're going to be doing a full moon meditation. It's going to be like around 20 minutes. If you are like on TikTok and want to revisit the meditation later, you can always go on my YouTube. It's always available for replay. All the lives are always available for replay. So, you know, do the thing. I'm going to be showing you which mudras to use. These are going to be the hand positions that you're using during the meditation. Okay. And I'm going to show you each one, whichever one you're intuitively called to do during the meditation. That's the one that you're going to do. And again, you can always revisit the live and change to a different one, do whatever you want. But I'm going to go one by one. Once you already have your mudra, put a heart in the comments so I know that we're ready to begin. Okay. So the first one is spiritual union. Okay. Spiritual union. So you're going to be mimicking the hand position in this picture. Okay. Spiritual union looks like this. Okay. And it says, in the circle of the wholeness of my true being, I experience my essence as freedom and unity. Spiritual union. Okay. Spiritual union. Next is connection to the earth. The living earth pulses within my being, infusing me with all of its essential qualities. Okay. Connection to the earth. So if you're feeling a little bit ungrounded, this would be a really good one to do right now. Connection to the earth. Okay. Then we have expansiveness. Openness to new ways of seeing allows me to live with enthusiasm and energy. Okay. Expansiveness. Okay. This one is expansiveness. Okay. Then we have seeking divine refuge. As I open to grace in challenging times, I receive the full support of the divine. So this is what it looks like. Seeking divine refuge. Seeking divine refuge. Okay. And then the last one is compassion. Through the eyes of the heart, I clearly see that all beings seek happiness and freedom from suffering. Compassion. Compassion. Okay. This one is compassion. So I'm going to show them to you guys one more time. If you already got your mudra, put it in the comments so that we can get started. Okay. So the first one was spiritual union. Okay. Spiritual union. Spiritual union. And it says, in the circle of wholeness of my true being, I experience my essence as freedom and unity. Spiritual union. Spiritual union. Spiritual union. Then we have connection to the earth. The living earth pulses within my being, infusing me with all of its essential qualities. Connection to the earth. Connection to the earth. Okay. The next one is expansiveness. Openness to new ways of seeing allows me to live with enthusiasm and energy. Expansiveness. Okay. Expansiveness looks like that. And then we have seeking divine refuge. As I open to grace in challenging times, I receive the full support of the divine. Seeking divine refuge. Okay. Seeking divine refuge. So if you already have yours, start putting your heart in the comments so I know you're ready to get started. And the last one is compassion. Through the eyes of the heart, I clearly see that all beings seek happiness, freedom from suffering. Compassion. Okay? Compassion. Okay, so I'm starting to see some hearts. So I believe that we're ready for the meditation. So go ahead and begin to close your eyes. Okay, start to relax and start to bring the focus into your breath. And you're taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Taking deep breaths in, relaxing your body, your shoulders, clearing your mind. Allowing you to be conscious of everything that's going on within your body. Take a few deep breaths in on your own. A few deep breaths out. On your next breath, I want you to visualize yourself walking through the forest. You're taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out. As you make your way through the forest, pay attention to your surroundings. What does this forest look like to you? Is it full of greenery? Is it past the fall and have all the leaves dropped? Is the sun out? Is it cloudy? Is it raining? What is going on in this forest that you are walking towards? Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I want you to pay attention to any animal that you notice in this forest. Do you hear any birds? Are there any animals in the trees? Or do you feel entirely alone? And you're taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. As you keep walking deeper and deeper into this forest, you come to a pit of fire burning in the middle of the woods. And you're taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can feel the heat of the fire on your face as it crackles and burns through the woods. On your next breath, I want you to pour in all the pain, all of the worry, all of the discontent that you have been feeling. I want you to give it to the fire. Let the fire cleanse away your emotions, your doubts, your fears, and your pain. And pour any remaining frustration or blockage into the fire and allow it to be transmuted into something new. Go ahead and thank the fire for helping you cleanse and release energy that has been trapped in your body. When you're ready, start to walk back through the forest and pay attention to the colors, the animals, the weather that surround you. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. take a few more deep breaths in. And a deep breath out. Bring your focus in back to your body. Sending a breath to anywhere in your body that needs a little bit of extra attention. And a deep breath out. When you're ready, you can come back. And just let me know when you come back. So we are going to check in on the energies for this week. I hope that meditation was helpful. And as always, you can always revisit all of the meditations on my YouTube at any time if you want to revisit them. But let's see what's going on this week. What's going on collectively this week? So far, so good. I feel like, listen, the past couple of weeks have been a little bit messy. I don't know if y'all peeped that, but it's been a little bit like, it's been some hella stuck energy, but I do feel like certain things are shifting through. I do feel like Gemini season is going to leave people a little bit of it's a process. Let's just call it what it is. It's a process. So the cards we're getting this week are the Ace of Pentacles and the Fool. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles, the Fool. Then we have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. The Queen of Swords. and the Lovers in reverse, which is the card of Gemini. So, bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Devil card, which is the card of Capricorn. So, yeah, Gemini season is definitely, there are certain lessons, certain things that are coming into like it's like like that moment where it's like the breakthrough is happening. Some of y'all, the way that the Taurus energy has been set up has been trying to keep some of y'all really stagnant. Like the people who are literally some of y'all be actively setting intentions for things that you want, things that you need, things that you goals and all this stuff, but then you guys don't want to make room for them. Y'all want to stay stuck in the same stuff. And because y'all want to keep the same old, and but you want new stuff, it's like, okay, but which one is it gonna be? It has to be one or the other. You can't just sit here and you can't be both. You can't be stagnant and growing and flourishing at the same time. It's not a thing. It can't be a thing. It's not going to be a thing. It just can't be a thing. You can't be both. So there is that blockage there. I feel like the way that, because of Gemini energy and the nature of Gemini energy, is going to be a little bit tricky to navigate. I say tricky because y'all know Gemini energy is mutable energy. Okay, it's a duality. It's a duality. It's a twin sign. Okay, we have a lot of like people here, right? It is a twin sign. It is a reflective sign. It is a very like it sees things from both sides type of sign. And it is a sign that's really, really open. It's explorative, which is fun because we're starting off the week with Sagittarius energy, with the energy of exploration and openness. So there is this kind of like, hey, it's a full moon. This is a great time for you to end a cycle, right? This is a great time for you to finish the cycle and move on to the other things that you want, that you said you wanted to invest in and put your intention in and put in your time and put in the effort and do all of this stuff. Like you said you wanted to do this, you said that that's where you wanted to put in all of your energies to. But where's the effort? Where is the effort? Some of you are heading towards that direction, and some of you are actively fighting your damn selves. Okay, some of you are getting in your own way of your own greatness, of your own life goals. Some of you are going to regret this later too. That's what I see. So, especially because the Ace of Pentacles is very grounding energy. There are some of you who this week, the choices that you make are going to be a little grounding, are going to be grounding in a way that it's going to take years out. And that's dangerous. That is dangerous. I don't play with Ace of Pentacles energy because I am a Capricorn. This is my energy, grounding energy. I know that the Ace of Pentacles is a time commitment like no other. I know that the Ace of Pentacles is being grounded in something for years to come. Why would I want to be grounded in something that I don't ultimately is not for my greatest good, and I know it's not going to be uplifting to me, my life, my journey? Like, it's just not gonna get me anywhere. It's literally just gonna be me keeping it out of my ego. It's not gonna be me getting out of it, doing anything with it. The reason why I'm saying there's a time consequence for the misuse of this ace, there is an opportunity to do a lot this week, okay? With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the ability to ground, okay? You have the ability to ground. But the way this is set up, the bottom of the deck, the underlining energies, we have Capricorn energy. Y'all, where's Pluto? Where's Pluto? Oh, Capricorn? Yeah, I thought so. Capricorn energy is underlining this week's energy. With the Two of Wands, what did I say about exploration, moving forward, right? And the Ace of Swords. Some of you don't understand the consequences of some of your intentions and the way that you've been misusing Gemini season and Gemini energy. This is why the Lovers is coming up in reverse. This is why the Gemini energy is coming up with reverse. The Queen of Swords is upright, but the Lovers is in reverse, which means that there are going to be consequences for some of the carelessness. Okay? Some of the things that y'all been saying, some of the things that y'all been doing, there's going to be consequences. There's consequences. Okay? Listen, the Ace of Pentacles is not one of the aces that I want to be messing with, okay? Because it takes years from your life. And it could be in a good way or it could be in a bad way, okay? It takes years from your life. Now, the Ace of Swords is one of those things that happens so quickly because the Ace of Swords is connected to your mind, your communication, okay? The Ace of Swords is you initiating change through your mouth. Obviously, we talk at like supersonic speed, right? We're always like talking. We talk shit a lot of the time, right? We say a lot of things. We do a lot of things. We imply a lot of things. We start arguments. We get into stuff. We do we say stuff that we don't mean. This ace is dangerous this week because it can put us in the position where we're going to have to reap what we sow because that's what we said. That's what we said. I would be very mindful of any intentions you set under this full moon, especially if you didn't really want it. I would be very, very, very mindful. This is not the week to be thinking that you can just get away with stuff. That's the way it feels. And it's interesting that that's the energy that's coming up because Gemini energy, again, like freeing, right? Burden and heavy load. I'm telling you, some of you guys are making a problem larger than it needs to be. Some of you are being very stubborn in a certain area of your life. It could be a relationship. It could be something that you know that you really need to stop investing and putting in time in. But because you have to get it's about to cost you years. And you won't be able to break through the cycle for years. Like, it's going to take some years. This is not good. This is what I'm saying. This week is not Misusing Gemini season and Gemini energy is literally a shame, because Gemini season is a great time to reconnect. Yeah, for some of you is a relationship. Some of y'all are really just trying to give people chances that they really don't need to have. Then we have hard work and success. There's an underlying Capricorn energy to this week. If you actually do, if you're in the other side of this and you're like, not Abby, I've been doing things, I've been staying the course, I've been literally watching what I've been saying, it's a little different. Okay, certain doors are going to be opening, especially because we're also getting mystery and magic. There's certain things happening in the background of things that you might not understand how they're going to fully come through and come to pass, but there's certain things happening in the background. There's a lot happening in the background. And if you feel like, oh my God, this week is such a great, like at the end of the week, I want you to revisit how you feel about it. If you're like, oh my God, this is such a great week. Like, I feel like, I've resolved some, I feel a little bit different. I feel more grounded. Like, I'm feeling more great. It's because you put in the work. It's because you put in the work. This week, if you put on the spiritual side, you've been doing the work, you've been doing your releasing, you've been doing, y'all, why did you think that we did the meditation that we did? Okay. That's one of the ways to do a fire ritual without fire, the way, without having literal fire. And you can come back to that meditation anytime you wish, by the way. And for those who missed a meditation, sometimes we do start our weekly healing circle with a meditation. You can always find it on my YouTube, and the link is in my bio. But this is why we started this weekly healing circle with a meditation, because you guys were going to need that cleansing, that fire purification to get through, to release this, release the burden, release some of that heavy load, so you can move into that energy of success. Because why? We're headed towards that space of exploration. We're headed there. Bottom of the deck. That's where we're headed. And if that's where we're headed, why are some of you still trying to stay stagnant in the same thing? Are y'all just trying to repeat the same years, like having multiple years be exactly the same year, and then just feeling the same over and over again? Because I feel like some people just want to, it's the Taurus energy in the chart, to be honest with you. Tauruses can be so stubborn. I love Tauruses to death. We're literally kin. Okay, that's my family right there, because Tauruses, I'm a Capricorn. We literally fam. But the most stubborn energy alive, the most stubborn, does not want to let go, does not want to release. Tooth and nail will fight you like 10 years before they decide to, okay, I gotta release this person out of my life. And then you wasted 10 years. I don't got the patience for that. It can't be me. It can't be me. I don't have the patience for that. But y'all really need to be mindful with how your stubbornness is getting in the way of your growth this week. This is not the time to be overly stubborn to the point that you're literally making it difficult for yourself to move on, to have a life, to live your dreams, to really like do what you're supposed to be doing. Y'all, this is not the time. What? Ooh, and there you go. Okay. And the first card, meditate and contemplate. Why do you think we started this week with a meditation? Again, I'm gonna repeat it. If you missed a meditation at the beginning of the live, it's gonna be up on my YouTube. Make sure you go and replay it as you choose. Totally as needed. Replay as needed. Okay. Do what you need to do for your care. Confidence is your key to success. Confidence is your key to success. Okay. When it comes to confidence and the energy, again, the energy of fire, this is also why we did a fire purification ritual with this. You need to maintain your strength first and foremost. That should be your highest priority at all times. This is literally, I feel like this is one of the things that people kind of drown out and forget about as they kind of go through their lives. They'll just ignore the fact that no, you really need to make sure you're good first. You need to make sure that you're on that plane, your mask goes on first before you help anybody else. Okay? You can't just overextend yourself when you know that you can't overextend yourself. But some people really love to just do more than what they can and should do. And it's not fair to them because then it takes away from their confidence, it takes away from their growth, it takes away from their potential. Why would you want to block your own potential? Why would you want to make it more difficult for you to thrive, for you to grow, for you to literally exist and be where you want to be? Why would you want to get in your own way? Right? And so when it comes to this week, it requires for you to maintain your own confidence, to maintain your own strength. If you are letting go of something, if you're letting go of someone, if you're like, you know what, I need some me time, I can't, I can't do this right now. I'm not gonna just I can't give space or give any energy to this situation, whatever it may be, then that's what you need to do. Y'all need to stop fighting the inevitable because some of you fight. Then it gets weird because it's like if you know something is like not meant for you, but you're like, but if I just keep it, maybe it'll work. 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 How many times are you willing to tell yourself that maybe it'll work before you realize and accept that it's not going to happen? Like, how many chances are you willing to give it? Even though I don't know if this is ever going to work. How many chances are you willing to give it? That is really the question. How much time are you willing to waste before you pick yourself? Ooh, I said it in the Capricorn way. I said it in the Capricorn way because we gotta be straightforward and to the point. How much time are you willing to waste? How much time are you willing to waste? Okay. Then we have hold your vision, which is a theme. It's been a running theme for this year. If you guys have been watching the weekly healing circles every week, the hold the vision card has been haunting like almost every single week. Okay. The big part, the points. Okay. This is highlighting the points. We have goals, we have dreams. There's certain things that we want to come into fruition, certain things that we need to come into fruition in our lives, right? But if you're allowing certain things that don't have room, like you can't make space for it because it's going to distract you from your vision. It's going to take away from your vision. It's going to take away from your confidence, from your pain, that instead of holding your own. You got to make sure that you're okay first. One of the things I've also been saying this year, and y'all been hearing me say it, is that we are big human babies. Okay, we are babies. You have to feed yourself. You have to clean yourself. You have to make sure you're good. You have to make sure you're nurtured. You're taken care of. Okay, and some of y'all neglect your own care for others, for other things, for other situations. You will neglect your own. And it's like, for what? When you have dreams, when you have things that you want to work on, when you have things that mean something to you, right? For what? What is the reason? What is the reason for the time wasting? That's the question that Saturn's going to be asking y'all, throughout the next couple months. I'm just saying, what's the reason for the time wasting? Why are you wasting your time? Why aren't you putting yourself first? Why are you letting people take from your power? Why are you letting people take from your confidence? Why aren't you getting more grounded with yourself? Why aren't you working on the thing that you know you've been dying to work on forever? Why are you giving me excuses? That's the last one that Saturn is going to end with before you roast some of you. A new start is coming. Because regardless of the fact, there's certain things that will get ripped out, whether you like it or not. It's either some of the things that you kind of got to understand about working spiritually through things. There are certain times that is either you rip the band-aid or it will be ripped for you. Okay? Because you're taking too long, you're wasting time. There's certain things that need to be done, and it's just taking too long. There are people that can literally waste their whole entire lives away, but they will be met with a lot of things along the way to try to shape them into where they're supposed to head to. You have to decide what it is that you want to journey in, what it is that you're willing to sacrifice, what it is that you're willing to waste, how much of your life you're willing to waste before you stand and do right by yourself. It feels like a Saturn speech this time. We just be channeling Saturn here and there. It'd just be fun on these lives. I get to yell at y'all a little bit to get it together. What do we need to know collectively this week? What's going on collectively? Okay, that was a lot, but we're gonna take all of them because there's a lot of messages on here, and there's some messages for different people. Ooh. Oh my God. Okay, the first one is soul retrieval. There is a past life, like a past life theme to this. And it says, Isis Healing Goddess now offers you a spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the arts of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma, old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power. So be willing to go through the healing process, knowing that any emotional clearing taking place is leading you to wholeness. Some of you do have to do some past life work because some of you are behind. Past life, present power. Some of your power is trapped in other lifetimes. Don't think that it ain't, because it really is. And it goes, as the soul grows in service to the great feminine and her intention that all beings be healed and free, it gathers internal resources to assist on the path. These resources includes powers and gifts from other lifetimes. You are currently integrating past life abilities, so be open to taking place as your soul awakens ancient power and abilities within you. We have the dark mysteries. The dark goddess calls you to her inner chamber where she holds a test and a gift for you. The test is your willingness to meet and release the fears within that have been secretly holding you back. The gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, prosperity in all its forms. Will you accept her call? Your time for deeper initiation is here. And then we have the flower of life. Okay. You are entering a fertile period in your life. You are guided to think of yourself as creative being and to surrender control over how things change. Instead, go with the flow and let it happen. Now is the time for your blossoming. Some of you are going to get in your own way. Some of you are on track. Some of you are being impacted. Some of your power is trapped in the past. Power that is literally trapped in other lifetimes, and y'all need to really restore that. I'm just saying, past life work is a thing. Also, shameless plug, I am teaching a past life 5-hour intensive on how to read your Akashic records. So if you want to learn how to read your past life and heal them and all of the things, that out. The next one is key of life. Okay, key of life. The Ankh pertains new life being born through you now. This new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you more into wholeness and fulfillment. Do not give up on your creative destiny from the unseen worlds. Let it happen. Okay. Then we have Pyramid of Light, Psychic Protection. And it says, as a being of light, darker energies may at times seek to interfere with your spiritual progress. There is nothing to fear and only more awareness of the power and protection of divine love and to experience. The pyramid of light confirms that energies have been causing interference with your path, and it is now time for that interference to cease. That is one thing that I will say, especially about protection work this week, is that if you are consenting and you're asking for your spirits, your ancestors, and your guides to protect you, and then certain people are getting Don't get it twisted. Some of y'all like literally don't know how protection works sometimes. Y'all be wanting to keep some toxicity and then be asking for protection. And then when your ancestors and spirits want to take it out of your life, you want to get mad about it. No, you asked for protection. That's what you consented to. You spiritually consented to being protected, which means this person got to exit. They got to see themselves away from you. And some of you do not understand that. Some of you do not understand how to release and how to let go. And that is a problem when it comes to protection work, because if you want to protect your energy, protect your peace of mind, protect your heart, protect so many different things, you have to be ready for the things that you will lose and be removed from in order to keep you protected. You have to be ready for that. You just have to be. Because if you think you just get to be like, I just want to be protected, please. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. There's certain things that we as humans spiritually consented to, people that we keep around, okay? That we may be like, oh, but they're just my friend. But you don't know what type of energy they're sending you. You don't know what the hell's going on. You can't. Sometimes, depending on how, what level spiritually, where you're at, your discernment, you might be like crazy blind to what's really going on a spiritual life, but that's her best friend. What am I supposed to do? That's her best friend. You keep bringing her around. I keep sending her signs. She don't want to listen, but that's her best friend. So what am I going to do? Well, I keep trying to, you see how many plans you gotten canceled this week trying to meet up with this person? Have you not seen the signs yet? There's only so much you can, they can do, because you are the one living your life. And if you consent toxicity and people who are not supposed to be a part of your life to be a part of your life, then that's what you're gonna have around you, period. That's just what's gonna happen. So you have to be very mindful of the things that you ask your ancestors, your spirits, your guides, because if you say, hey, for my highest and greatest good, can you please just protect me? Can you please help me heal? And then they remove something or someone out of your life, somebody could be blocking your healing process. And they might need to get removed in order for you to get there. Like, there's so many different things that the second you say, hey, spirit, can you help me with this? That will start to happen. So doors that will start opening in weird ways is not always just going to be like, oh, can I get some healing, please? And it's like fast food, you just get the healing just like that. Like, that's not how it works. Okay? That's literally not how it works. And so this is not you get your kids are ready to release what you need to release in order to make room for what you want. And then we have power over 7 scorpions. Okay. And it says you are to have power to affect lower vibrational forces through your own will and spoken word. You are guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment, with mercy and non-judgment. You can then manage any toxicity in your life swiftly and with great effect. Because it should be as easy as, hey, ancestors, please protect me from any harm, anyone sending me any, negativity, any evil eye, any evil energy, any type of toxicity. Please help me be protected from any type of weird drama, anything like that is not for my highest and greatest good, anything I don't need to experience. Like, if I really don't need to experience it, please completely just keep me away from all that. Thank you for, it should be as easy as that, right? But that prayer says a lot. That prayer says a lot. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you a quick story because it goes hand in hand with this. So recently, there was some crazy things that have been happening with random people that I was following on, well, it's just one person, but that I was following on TikTok. Never, ever, like, from the beginning, like, this person, there's always been something about this person and their energy that's just, I didn't like. And literally, the kind of the shoe dropped, and recently they just got completely exposed for a whole bunch of crazy. My spirit rejected them so much. Like, there was something about them that I could just never F's with. I just didn't understand what it was. I don't know, but I just could never. This person was just not. I couldn't jive with them at all. And so one of the things that I realized, because I found out about all of this recently, but that person was impacting ways. Like, there was more relationships running in the background. I was merely almost in the corner, just observing from a distance, kind of thing. And I realized when I found out about all this shit, I was like, oh, my spirits just kept me away from a lot of this shit, because I do protection work every single day. If you watch me on YouTube, you know I do protection work every single day. I don't play. I have my protections on lock every single day. And I'm always checking in with my spirits. I'm always checking in. Like y'all know, I work with Archangel Michael specifically for protection. I do a lot of angel work. I do a lot. All of the protections that I've set in place kept me away from all of the drama. I just ended up finding about it like after the fact, and I'm just like, oh, well, at least my words worked. Like, you know, it's like that moment where you have to like just be happy that your words worked and that you were, you know, kept away from random. So yeah, no, yeah, Archangel Michael's like sense of humor. Like my words worked. My words worked. Like, listen, Archangel Michael, what do we need to know collectively? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. We're gonna get 2 more cards. What do we need to know collectively for this week? Okay. Okie dokie. So the first one is go forward fearlessly. Go forward fearlessly, because some would be without this person and what life was, oh, but I don't know. And what about if I leave? And go forward fearlessly. This is where that confidence and strength comes, your own strength into your own personal power, and really work on that first. Stop letting people just feed off you and your energy and your life and just take constantly from you when it really doesn't need. You just don't need to experience that. Like you really don't need that in your life. Like you don't need people using you as a battery constantly, just taking energy. Think of it, you're way too busy. You got things to do, people to see, places to be. Okay. Period. Plan a trip, do something else. Do some of this this routine of blockage that's just not going anywhere. Okay. Then we have the situations already resolved, because it's been at its end for a while. Like you have been met with like the evidence. You've been met with like this person's relationship's not going to go anywhere. You already know this. You already know this is not going to go anywhere. You already know this is as far as you're going to get in this job. You already know like it's not going to go anywhere past this. So how you want to go from here? You decide that. Nobody else is, but you decide that. So you have to be mindful of what it is, how you're going to move forward, and end it right there. Like, this is what it is. This focusing on my goals over here. Okay. Explore your option. Powerful decision. Oh, and I'm telling y'all, be careful what you say this week. Your words can get you in more trouble than you think. And I say that because Gemini season is Gemini season. It's a season of communication. It's the season of the mind. When you're out chance, oh, oh, maybe I'll try, or maybe I'll do this. And then you solidify that becomes what you're opening the road to, because Geminis rule. They're a road opening sign. So they rule that going into that next step, literally going into taking the message and delivering that thing. So it's like you said you were going to do the thing, but now you have to complete the thing. Okay. Now you said it. Now you got to do it. Now you got to do it. So you got to be real mindful of what you say this week. This is not the week to be out here just saying random things or saying things. Don't be out here saying things without purpose. Okay. We're in a whole full moon in Sag. Where did the moon go after Sagittarius? It's going to be in Capricorn. Capricorn was one of the energies that came off very, very strongly for this week. Saturn too. So don't be playing with that grounding energy, and be grounding verbally, grounding aspects of your life in things that you know damn well you got no business being grounded in. Okay. Be mindful about where to move on next, and then set your intentions around that. And then we have the person you are asking about is trustworthy. Some of y'all need to listen to yourself. Some of y'all really need to just sit with your own intelligence. And when I say your intelligence, I mean your intuition. I really do. I mean your intuition, because some of y'all have a really hard time listening to yourselves for some really, really, really weird reason. It makes no sense to me. Okay, it makes no sense to me, because I feel like if like, let's say you were just alone, let's say it was like zombie apocalypse, all you would have is yourself, right? To talk to sit with, to experience anything with. So actively having a relationship with yourself is number one. Okay. You need to trust yourself before you can go ahead and open up and trust anybody else. Because a lot of the times, anytime that we as humans have allowed ourselves to trust people who are deceptive, who steal from our energy, who are have the worst intention for us, is because we put the trust in them instead of trusting ourselves first about how we felt about them, because you can't just go and run and trust everybody like off the bat and just willy-nilly. You have to listen to yourself about how you feel within certain situations. And if it says, oh, if you're like, you know what, this feels right, this feels like the right direction to go in, this feels like the right thing for me to do right now, then follow that. You are listening to yourself. But if it's like not feeling that way, if you're like, when is this gonna end? When this is gonna stop? When is it like, if you're literally sitting here and complaining about certain things that you can actively, you have the choice to remove, then you are the problem. You are the problem. You're the one who's getting in your own way. You're the one who's continuing the cycle of the toxicity to continue and continue again. Like, it's a never ending cycle. Like, when is it gonna stop? When you say it stops, right? When you say it stops, that's when it stops. So when is it gonna stop? What is your limit? How much more are you going to invest in other people and other situations, wasting your damn time before you move on? When I say I be channeling Saturn, this is what I mean. Because listen, my brain thinks in time. Okay. As a Capricorn, we don't like to waste time. We don't invest our time in things that we know is just going to waste our time. Wasting our time is actually our biggest pet peeve, especially when other people do it to us. There's a difference between us, being lazy or there's a difference between that and somebody else wasting our time. Like, if we had plans with somebody and then they like canceled us on, we just gonna be mad because I could have just been doing something that whole time. You could have canceled yesterday. You could have done it in 5 other different ways. Like, that whole process of how we think about time it's a whole entire thing to us. Like, we're not the sign that does not know that the thing that we put our energy into will end up blossoming at one point. We will bear fruit from it. And so when it comes to putting in the work and putting in the time and whatever that thing is, that shit is a commitment, which is why when it comes to people and relationships, y'all, this is why Capricorns, it's really like difficult for us to be, unless we're literally just trying to be like fuck boys, just randomly just not trying to be committed to anything. This is why we if we're not going to literally keep you for years, we just won't even bother. There's no point, there's no reason, there's no purpose. For what? Why am I going to waste this time, waste money, waste effort, waste them? Like, for what? I'd rather put that towards something that I actually feel connected to, that I actually want to see grow in some way. And you really have to think about it in that way sometimes. Even if you're not a Capricorn, you really have to think about what you're investing into, why you're doing it, the amount of time that you are wasting in the process, so you can understand what you're giving up. Because at the end of the year, when it's Capricorn season and y'all want to be out here mad at yourselves because, oh, I wish I could have just done this different, I wish I could, this is the time for you to be like, what am I going to do for the rest of the year so that I don't get in my own way, so I don't have anything to regret later? Okay. Let your actions right now be the actions that set you up for success later. That's how we think as Capricorns. We're trying to set ourselves up for success all the time. We don't want to waste time. We want to do the most that we can with it. Okay. And so with that Capricorn energy, with that Ace of Pentacles energy of like, hey, There's something solidifying this week. There's certain words, certain things, certain actions, certain intentions that will be grounding this week, that will have a longer time manifestation and consequence, which means that you will be investing a longer period of time. For some of you, what that might look like is like if you've been in a toxic relationship, but you knew, like, you know it's toxic and you know you should probably let that go a minute ago, you might end up wasting a couple years with that person now. It might be you're gonna have to get to that point where it's just like, you get to that point where it's done, and then you're like, damn, I wasted so many years with that. Why did I do that? Shit, I could have been doing it. And then you got only you to blame for your own time wasting. Okay? So you need to be very, very, very mindful of the things that you're saying this week. This week is not for just saying whatever, because this is not a card for the faint of heart. The Ace of Pentacles leads you to the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles takes literally like 5 to 10 years to come into full fruition, because that is a physical realm manifestation of abundance. It can take a long time to manifest. Okay, this is what I mean by some of you are going to make some choices this week that is going to keep you stuck for years. So you need to make sure that the things that you are saying this week, the intentions that you're saying, the decisions that you are making this week, actually have a purpose, actually are meaningful, actually are going to be for your highest and greatest good. If you could literally say like, yo, this is really not for my highest and greatest good, like it's just been a little back and forth, this is, it's not that serious, it's like, if you could literally give me reasons why it's not for your highest and greatest good, then it's not. Stop trying to make it, stop trying to make it a thing. If it's not a thing, it's never going to be a thing. Okay? And sometimes we got to literally just accept that shit. And I know it's hard. It's hard. It's hard for some people to do that. I know that. I absolutely know that. But I'm telling you, it's either you learn the hard way or you make it easy for yourself. So which one will you choose? We will see when we come back next week, because y'all got to live this week. Y'all got to do the thing. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, but thank you for coming to the Weekly Healing Circle. Before I sign off, do not forget, I have a special going on with my readings right now. You can use the code OKANI20 for 20% off all of my services, tarot, past life, astrology, all of the damn things. So you can check out my link, my website in the bio. And do not forget to sign up for the workshop as well on healing the matriarch, which is all about healing the ancestors, and my workbook, Healing Ancestral Healing, is going to come up soon. So stay tuned for that and all of the things. I love you guys. Thank you guys for all of the support. And if you guys want to revisit and rewatch this live, rewatch the meditation, it will be on my YouTube. Link is also in my bio. I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful night. Okay. Bye. Bye. Love you guys. Have a good night.